And welcome back, my fellow fiends, to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. We are in the 5th Kalpa of the Labyrinth of Amala, and this video is going to be non-canon to the proper playthrough that we're doing, the main playthrough that we are currently on. But for the sake of demonstrating the entirety of the 5th Kalpa, well, most of the 5th Kalpa, anyway. I will admit there's quite a lot of useless treasure in the 5th Kalpa unless you fully finish it, as well as you have to be at like level 95 or so to get all the demons that will actually contribute anything worthwhile in the 5th Kalpa, and we'll go over what I mean by that in a bit. So what I'm going to be doing here is mostly just sticking to the interesting stuff. There's quite a bit of treasure, well, a few treasures on the first floor, but none of them are particularly good. There's like magic mirrors and bombs of rising and stuff I don't care about. One thing that is kind of interesting is a unique NPC over here, this Shikome. Don't be down on yourself like that. Not at all, not at all. And she will fully heal your party for free, should you flatter her. That is a one-time offer, though. She only does that once, so don't expect her to do that every time. Alright, sounds good to me. This floor brings back the concept of disappearing, reappearing walls that are just basically not there at all. Walk forward a bit, and you will see that there is, in fact, no wall there. So, let's head this way. And I'm just going to head straight for where we need to go to in order to get to the next floor. There is a treasure that we can stop for on the way. Ooh, it's actually kind of fortuitous we got into this encounter, because I can point out a demon that I've got. I have taken the effort of fusing a Kali. It is actually imperative that we have her, because she has exactly 25 strength, which is something that we need. Otherwise, she is weak to ice, nullifies instant death, which is also pretty important. I took the effort of getting Debilitate and Medea Han on her. I did so by fusing Throne and Rongda directly into her. Took quite a few reshuffling of the skills to actually get that stupid combo, but that'll be very handy for a fight we are going to be getting into at the end of this dungeon. Now you may notice, of course, that I have White Rider on the team, and it's been a while since we've had reason to use him, really, but he's going to be important for a fight that we're going to be getting into. And just do bullet time here. I don't think I've actually shown the skill off. It's very unfortunate that they got the first go. Oh, hey, very nice that Dante actually panicked them there, in case Kali does not get the kill here. Yeah. Deathbound is a random hit skill, so it does not always deal the amount of damage you'd like. And I am just perpetually bound. Yeah, I've noticed that in the PS2 version of the game, you can be inflicted with status ailments for a very, very long time if you are unlucky. In Digital Devil Saga, your ailment recovery rate was determined by your luck stat, and at high luck, you would always recover from ailments after only being afflicted with them for a single action. But in this game, they just seem to go on for as long as they feel like, so yeah, that can be a little frustrating. Now, Dante is in the team right now just for his utility, but he's not going to be participating in the boss fight that we're getting into at the end of this dungeon, or Kalpa. Alright, so let me see. I'm just checking my map here. I believe we want to go this way. I'll throw the rappel on. Like a lot of the Kalpas up to this point, there are some chaff enemies in the encounter tables that Estoma will save us the hassle of having to fight them. Now, going down here, we will reach B2, and we just want to go around the corner here because we will run into a switch. And this switch will open up a door, actually in the same area that we're in, kind of convenient like that. And this door that we opened up will allow us to get deeper into the 5th Kalpa. Like so many other Kalpas, once you know what to do... Oh, hey, Riz Vulgar. I don't know if we ever ran into this guy, in, what was it, the 2nd Kalpa. It's been so long. I don't think we did, though. But he is the strongest of the Wilder-type demons. He is a level 72, I think, demon. So, pretty nasty to deal with. Weak to fire, though, so White Rider can just utterly destroy him with prominence. No issue there. Getting close to a level up here. I better check my skills out, see if there's anything I want to learn in the near future. I'm pretty sure I'm set on things for basically the rest of the game. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want at this point, so I don't really care what I learn. Anyways, let's get over to that door that we opened. There are a smattering of enemies from the Tower of Kagetsuchi in here. Another one we could potentially run into is Lilith, which I'll comment on her if we do run into her. Heading into B3, let me get my map adjusted to the correct floor. Let me see here. Alright, yeah, there's not too much to worry about here. Let's see. If we head into the adjacent room from where we enter, we've just got a spirit here. Sure, let me know. That is an interesting perspective. I'm not sure how that actually gets affected depending on the actions you've taken in the game. So anyway, this is a very short floor. We head in here, and actually just to our left, there's a door that leads to the next staircase to the next floor. But we're just gonna go over here. There's another thing to check out. We got another NPC. And it's just Dr. Dark. He charges way too much to heal us, and we definitely don't need it at this point, so let's continue onward. Now, on the next floor that we reach, we are going to get into the meat of this dungeon. And I do want to point out before I forget, because I have a tendency to do that, on the top floor, if we had taken one of the other doors that was on the opposite side of the one that we took, it would take us, again, into another maze with disappearing, reappearing walls, which would lead us to another ladder, and that ladder takes us to two special rooms. One that matters if you finish the 5th Kalpa in its entirety. The other is one of the burial chambers for this floor. Anyway, now, we come across here, and we will see something that we have not seen in a while, stat check doors. But these ones are a little different. Jeannie, Robin Williams here, would you care to explain? Alright. But yes, we have stat check doors that check the stats of your demons. And the reason I got Kali is because the stat check is at 25. If you do not have the required stats to actually open the door, the demon who tried to open it will be killed. Now, obviously, you can just revive them, but that's a little annoying to have to deal with. Now, the important thing to note, and a lot of guides neglect to mention this, it has to be natural stats. It cannot be anything that was boosted up with Mitamas, so that is why Kali is so imperative for what I'm about to do. One brimming with light. We're just going to give up and leave this because we do not have the demon that can open this door. If you are curious, well, actually, I'll mention it later. There is actually one demon door we can open right now. Alrighty. So one with great strength, and again, the requirement is 25 strength, which just so happens to be the amount Kali has. Now, of course, the annoying thing here is much like the miner who dug the path in the Yurakucho tunnels. We cannot just directly select the demon we want to use. We actually have to go through this stupid dialogue tree, selecting a different demon every time, and he just goes down our list. But we got Kali. Alright, so I want to make sure I take the correct path here, so we just want to take this door right in front of us, and then keep going straight, round the corner as we enter this next room. And we come across another check door. This one is a unique door, though. It wishes to see the demon who has been with us the longest. Now, if you recall, the chains of fusions that I did that resulted in Daisojo, well, it started out as our humble pixie companion from the very beginning of the game. So, let's have Daisojo step forward, and he admires the strength of the bond we have with the spooky, scary skeleton. Oh, what's up, Daisojo? Daisojo, you became a lot tinier and cuter. Hey, it's Pixie! That's practically nostalgic at this point. And yes, Pixie rejoins us, but it's not just any Pixie. This is affectionately dubbed Uber Pixie. She comes in with a lot of powerful skills, and as you can see, joins at level 80 with all stats at 30. So, pretty powerful, and 3 open slots to actually customize her however you like. If I actually use Uber Pixie, I tend to give her Prayer and Debilitate, and then whatever else I can get onto her. Honestly, it's kind of not that great of a reward, because magic is pretty weak for boss fights, and of course her resistances are only mediocre. She doesn't have any weaknesses, but she doesn't actually nullify anything either, so yeah. Now, the main reason that you want her is because she is at 30 in every stat. She can open every stat check door in this area and actually get us to the end, no hassle. Plus, you know, some mid-tier Hans. Now, we're actually not going to have Uber Pixie going forward, because once we finish up our business here, I'm just going to reload a different file. Yeah, sorry for all you Pixie fans out there in the audience. I'm a fan too, but while she is cool, it's not exactly the most practical choice we have. A lot of my demons currently just afford us a lot more tactical, shall we say, acumen, since they nullify things. With that out of the way, though, let me see. Next up, we want to take this door here. And here comes the annoying part, is of course we have to go down the list every time. This is where the big cons of having a filled out demon list is. I don't think you can have Dante participate in these stat check doors either. Let's see if he comes up. I think we already passed over him. Not wrong to... And Pixie. Yeah, I really wish that you could just directly pick the demon. This is also something that they failed to correct in the HD version, which I feel like is pretty dumb. Yeah, that should not have been the case. Okay, now the door we want to take is this one right here. Of course, the Kagetsuchi is waning. Based on my frustration, you can probably guess what we have about to come up. Soul is black, huh? Well, we do have a demon who just so happens to have black in his name, so perhaps that's the one that he's talking about. Yes, this door you require Black Frost to open, and this is probably the only door that you actually will be able to open when you first get here. The other demons that we need are way beyond the levels you can reach on your first playthrough, and honestly, it's probably beyond New Game Plus if you open all these doors. But we get in here, and we've got a couple mystical chests, so let me get the Kagetsuchi where it needs to be. Alright, what do we get for getting the Kagetsuchi to full in here? We get 5 Great Chakras, and get 5 Beads of Life. Very, very lucrative rewards that we just got there. Now that we've taken care of that, we will actually just back out of here. There is another treasure you can get by going another way. Let me just check the map here. It's just a bead, though, so yeah, not worth it. Now that we've gotten that, we need to actually get on with where we need to be. So, we need to have someone with great magic step forward. I think you know who it's gonna be at this point. Yeah, man, just let me select the demon directly, or heck, just let me reorganize my list. It's very unfortunate that Pixie, when she rejoins, gets booted to the bottom of the list. That's just how it is. And not thrown, not Rangda. Yes, Pixie. Alright, let me just take a look at my map here, make sure, okay, yeah, I see where we need to go. And then, well, if that last one wasn't fun enough, we've got another one to go through right away. Okay, so we need to have one with great agility. Care to take a guess who it's gonna be? I know, it's really hard. Now, one thing I want to note is the room that I'd mentioned earlier, where the burial chamber is located, the other room in there is also a certain check door, but it is a door that you can go through regardless of if you fulfill the check or not. However, if you do fulfill the check, there's a bunch of mystical chests with some very good treasure in it. What's the check that you need to complete for it? That is that you need to have completed the Labyrinth of Amala and gotten Lucifer's reward for you at the end. We will be seeing that in a different file where I have already qualified for that. But it'll be a little bit of time before we get to that. Rest assured, though, we'll see the pretty awesome rewards we actually get for that. Alright, actually, better make sure I'm healed up here. Looks like we're about to get into another fight. Better safe than sorry, so let's just top ourselves off. Alright, handling ourselves pretty well in here. I will admit, I'm a little nervous about this boss fight that we're going to get into, because it can start off very nasty if we're not so lucky. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so here we've got a door that... Okay, this is the door we need to go through. Yeah, sorry. I was a little ahead of myself on the map. Alright, now we've got 2 doors to pick from. Also, we got a Tao T here. Well... Now that's a threat. Now this door right here, someone who embodies chaos, next to a guy who mentions Beelzebub directly. But yes, we cannot open that at this point, so we need to move onward. Alright, so let's get down this ladder. And I think we have a little bit to go before I have to worry about getting my team ready. Yeah, we've just got a few steps to go. Okay, so, very important, I have the Magatama Sophia equipped. Nullifies Expel and gives us a good boost of Vitality, so it gives me some extra HP. Highly recommend having about 600 HP for your demons and characters going into this fight. Obviously, that's not really something we could manage for White Rider. Black Frost, it's not as important because he has good resistances for what we're about to deal with. And, okay, just gotta get my MP topped off. Let's see, we've got a couple chakra drops here. You know what, we're not even gonna save these great chakras anyway, so just use it to top ourselves off. Why even bother hanging on to them? Alright, so are you guys ready? Let's get in to the fight. Alright, what do we got awaiting us here? Huh, that music is very, very familiar to me, and also very nostalgic. Hey, it's the Noble Voice! Oh man, we haven't heard from him in, well, again, 6 years. This is gonna be my running gag for the rest of this Let's Play. You know, ironically, he says you're beyond the point of redemption, but if you've come here after you've already entered the Tower of Kagetsuchi, you cannot do the thing that he's actually condemning you for. Alright, and here it is, Metatron, here to destroy us. And like a lot of tough fights in this game... Also, that was an awkward sound effect. Like a lot of tough fights in this game, Metatron gets to go first. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's the scary part of the fight. He slaps really, really hard, and if he decides to go after the Demi-Fiend and crits, he could potentially kill him on the first turn, which naturally would be really annoying, and I would hate that. Now, as much as I'd like to use Focus and Spiral Viper strats, Metatron has both Deikija and Deikunda, and he uses them pretty freely, so we really have to focus on staying on top of our healing here. Now, I've got Kali and Black Frost in so that they can debilitate him, and I've got White Rider because he has Rakukaja. I kinda wanted to use Wukong, but I didn't think it was absolutely critical. White Rider will be able to do more damage with the strategies I'm going to be employing, which is going to be boosting up our damage with Makakaja. Yeah, there he goes with the Deikunda. He's going to be doing that repeatedly. Okay, luckily we have the... what was it? The Rakukaja in effect. I'll get another one up just to mitigate his damage a little bit, and we will have, let me see, we need to debilitate. We will have, let me see. Actually, I do need to have him pass here. Let's, have, Makakaja come in, and then we'll need to Medea Rahan to get some of the, excess damage off. But yeah, we're gonna have to slowly but surely take him down with Makakaja, or rather Magma Axis. Alright, luckily he tends to only use one or the other every given turn, so I'm not too concerned with him, you know, removing one or the other. As long as we can keep both in play, I think we should be fine. So let's throw up another Makakaja, get that damage up. He is debilitated at this point, he hasn't purged it, so we should be doing a little bit more extra damage at this point. There we go. And we're just gonna have to slowly chip him down with that. Now, you want to be able to nullify Expel because he has Mahamon, and it would not be fun to get hit by that. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to hit him with a Debilitate at this point, and we are going to use Prominence. I'm not too concerned about keeping the Demi-Fiend's HP topped off, because he's going to... If he decides to purge the buffs or debuffs, then he's only going to have one opportunity to attack, and that's unlikely to really set us back much. Let's see. I'll throw up a Makakaja, see what he does here. Okay, here comes the Deikaja. But the Debilitates are still in effect. Yeah, he just missed entirely. Let me see here. Let's actually get ourselves healed up at this point. Now, once we get deeper into the fight, he's going to be throwing out those Makakajas, or not, Deikajas, a lot less. Let me see. We want to get Rakukaja back up, and throw up another Makakaja, and then Magma Axis, of course. And it's just going to go like this for a little bit until he gets more aggressive, and then we can probably focus on upping our aggression on ourselves. Yeah, there comes the Dekunda. Alright, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to have the Demi-Fiend pass, and we're going to throw on 2 Debilitates. Yeah, we're definitely going to be burning through a lot of MP here to stay on top of this guy. Throw out another Debilitate. And we'll hit him with Magma Axis. And you know what? I think I'll have Kali Yeah, I'll have Kali pass and use Prominence with White Rider. I was considering using Deathbound, because that's also pretty good damage, but I'd rather not put her in critical HP ranges if I can help it. Alright, there's another Dekunda, but I am not overly concerned with that. Holy Wrath is basically just a waste of his turn. If you do not nullify Expel, that will halve your HP. Not very threatening. Alright, so we gotta get the Debilitates back up again. And pass, and Debilitate. And yeah, it's just gonna go like for this for a bit. Now, once we get his HP past a certain threshold, he's gonna start implementing some new attacks that'll make this fight a little bit more dicey, but also reduces the chance that he's just gonna get rid of our buffs and debuffs, which I think makes the fight a little bit easier overall. We do have Endure on the Demi-Fiend, so we get to roll a mulligan if he does happen to take his HP down. There comes another Dekunda, and another Holy Wrath. I say he gets a little more aggressive as his HP winds down, but of course he's just doing the same thing over and over again. Probably gonna have to throw out a Medea Rahan here, because the residual damage from just throwing out Magma Axises is starting to stack up a little bit. Yeah, I really do wish I could more consistently do focus strats, but he's just gonna keep removing buffs and debuffs so consistently early on that I don't really think it's that worth it. There we go. No problem. Oh, hey, he's throwing on a Tarukaja. Not that I'm particularly threatened by that. Okay, now I think I'll actually throw up a focus and show you the kind of damage you can expect to see if you use a Spiral Viper. Let's see, throw out a Prominence here. And we'll Debilitate him. And, yo, check this out, Metatron. Taste my I-beams. Oh, that wasn't as much as I was hoping. Yeah, I kind of got to get the Tarukaja in there also. Luckily, since he's opting to use buffs at this point, he's not really staying on top of the, what is it? His defense drops. He's only bringing his attack up ever so slightly. Alright, let's Medea Rahan here. We'll probably need to use a Great Chakra in a bit, but I'm not overly concerned about it at the moment. Alright, and let's throw out a Makakaja here. Alright, what's he gonna do on this turn? Okay, now he's going into his buffing phase, where he tries to buff himself up to try and take you down, but that honestly works in our favor, since we can now focus on being more aggressive, and all I really need to do is heal off the damage that he's dealing to us. So, we'll use the Medea Rahan here. Hit him with a Prominence, and this is where I'm going to start having Black Frost focus on buffing up our offense to maximize the amount of magic damage that we're dealing to him here. And yeah, this is a little bit of a slow and boring fight, just because, yeah, we have to worry about those Dekundas that keep coming in. But overall, this shouldn't be too bad at this point. Really, the scariest part is definitely that opening, where he could just potentially slap the Demi-Fiend to death. Not a big fan of how this fight starts. Alright. Now, obviously, if you come here a lot stronger than I am, it's far less of a threat, but still. Also, it's just another example of how important it is to have access to Endure. Alright, the Magma Axis damage is starting to get a bit spicy. Very unfortunate that he was able to Dekunda off that, then follow up with Migidolan. I would much rather he wasted his turn with, what was it, Holy Wrath. But he's not always going to be agreeable like that, so that's just something you gotta roll with. And definitely want to have Kali use Medea Rahan here. So yeah, bit slow. Hopefully he uses his signature attack soon. I want to see some interesting stuff for once. There we go. Alright, is he going to do it? Okay, he's doing a buffing turn, so we don't have to worry too much about losing access to our own buffs. Okay. Now I think I'll do, let's see. Yeah, we'll do Magma Axis. We'll throw out a Medea Rahan here. I'm actually going to have White Rider pass, and then we'll throw out another Debilitate using Black Frost. Keep that magic damage down and bring up our damage a little bit. Yeah, Debilitate is just so good. It is absolutely critical that you have it on a couple demons. In my opinion, anyway. It makes the game so much more manageable to just be able to... There it is! Fire of Sinai, the ultimate almighty attack in the game. It does huge, yeah, massive almighty damage to random targets, so... oh, he's, okay, he's on the ropes at this point. So yeah, let's start focusing on getting our damage going here. Throw out a Prominence. Alright, let's debilitate him. Now this is where it gets a little scary. If he Dekundas, then uses Fire of Sinai, we might see a couple of demons die. Oh hey, he has his own debilitate. I've never seen him use that. Not that it's going to help him too much. Alright, yeah, everybody just dodged. Okay, so... I believe he is maxed out on Debilitate himself, so I'm not overly concerned at this point. Let's have her pass. Let's Rakukaja to get her defense back up. Let's have Black Frost. He can just pass. And at this point, I'm just going to focus on having the Demi-Fiend dunk this guy with Magma Axis until he falls over. And get a Medea Rahan out here. Might have to use a Bead of Life next turn. We'll see what happens. Ooh, there's the Dekunda. He's going to use Fire of Sinai? No, okay. That works for me. Definitely want to get some debilitates in on him, though. Oop, whoops, forgot to actually heal up there. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to have to pass on that. Use Debilitate with Black Frost. Use a Great Chakra with the Demi-Fiend. And then have Kali debilitate him afterwards. Yeah. Didn't play that turn about as well as I could have, but it's not a huge deal. Alright, get that debilitate in. It's not worth it to attack him at this point, because we do have a accuracy debuff on us. Here comes the Fire of Sinai. He's got his I-Beams of his own. Ooh, that was a spicy one. Okay, Magma Axis. Probably want to have White Rider start throwing out some Rakukaja so we can keep ourselves competitive with his damage. Again, if he uses Deikaja but not Dekunda in the same turn, I'm not overly concerned. And honestly, if he does use both of those in the same turn, we should be fine. Use a Debilitate here to bring his damage down, and that should make it a lot more manageable. Alright, somebody dodge here. No. Ooh, jeez. Well, there goes White Rider. Okay, that is okay. We can manage that. Let me see. I should have a backup for that kind of situation. Wukong, you're finally back in. Not going to be able to do the greatest damage, but he should be good enough. Let me see. Yeah, we'll just throw out a Brutal Slash. Yeah, not what I was hoping for with his damage. And, I'm not even sure what I was doing there. I kind of lost my focus for a bit. Sorry, this fight's been dragging on for a bit. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, that's fine, though. We got the Rakukajas in play, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay. Just gonna have myself pass. Let's start getting our defense back up. We, definitely... yeah, we definitely want her to heal. And then I'm actually gonna pass here and get another Rakukaja up. And this should put us in good standing for weathering his damage at this point. Yeah, you go ahead and do that, buddy. Alright, this hopefully will not kill Black Frost. It did not. Okay, good. We are good. We're golden at this point. Just keep hitting him with these. Oh, and he's dead. I could have done that sooner, probably. Sorry that fight dragged on for a bit, but yeah, you have to be pretty cautious. If he gets those full-powered Fire of Sin Eyes out, the fight can end very, very quickly. Don't get particularly amazing experience for defeating him, though. But that is the final boss of the Labyrinth of Amala. Metatron is the last demon you have to go through in order to get to the end of it. So let's go in and let's get our reward. And we might start seeing some familiar locales at this point once we head down this ladder. Now, do you recognize this area? Well, let's Stoma again. Well, actually, there's no demons. A bit of water, a dead end there. Over to our left is also another dead end, but I feel like there should have been something there. Yeah, this just looks so familiar. Well, that is because this is the area from the very beginning of the game, where we got sent after we first entered the Vortex world. Sure, go ahead. Now this is important. What this guy is saying here is letting you know that in order to lock yourself into what Lucifer wants to do, you actually have to go talk to him. If you do not want the true demon ending, then you can leave at this point, go to the Tower of Kagatsuchi, and not have to worry about it. But we came all this way. Let's take the Lift of the Abyss and ride on down. Now, where are we heading on this? Well, we've been peeping into a specific area with a stage where Lucifer and the Lady in Black have been talking to us. And now, we're the ones being peeped on. We are in the area proper, and we are about to meet them face to face. And with their sufficiently dramatic entrance, yeah, it took us a while, but we finally made it to the bottom. Yeah, you know, after all we've been going through in this game, it actually does feel kind of good to be appreciated. The demons are certainly hyped for us. Very commanding presence. Okay. So yes, the Labyrinth of Amala, one big test to see if we were ready to actually dethrone God. And yes, this is what leads us back to the Tower of Kagatsuchi. We have to defeat those who are vying to create their own world. I appreciate the recap, but I don't really need it. Looks like we've got quite the battle ahead of us. Or at least we would if I wasn't just going to immediately close the game without saving after this. What do you mean? So it looks like we have fully forsaken our humanity, and with the help of Lucifer, we will now become a full demon. Now, I'm gonna be, I'm just gonna be blunt with you. This unfortunately does not result in any permanent change to your character's graphics. You see, you just immediately go back to how you were. I thought that was pretty lame when I first played this game. I really wanted there to be, like, some sort of significant change to the character model. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Now, we did not get any statistical benefit from that. However, once we descend into the hellish depths of the Amala, we find ourselves right back where we began. Alright. But we just leave the door here, and hey, buddy. Yep. And now, what does that actually do for us? Well, it actually does something pretty substantial. Marugare, our first Magatama. For the longest time, it had a skill that we could not learn, but now we can. The almighty Pierce skill. Pierce, of course, allows you to bypass physical resistance, including, well, standard resistance, nullification, and drain. It does not pierce repel, though. However, there is one other physical skill that Pierce does combo with that is actually almighty, and that allows you to deal full physical damage to everything in the game. Pierce is the ultimate skill. It allows you to hit such absurd damage values against everything if you know what you're doing. And it's a skill that we're not going to have in this playthrough, because I'm just going to be turning off the game, we're going to be rolling back the clock, and we are going to head to the Tower of Kagetsuchi without visiting Lucifer, and see what ending we get based on the choices we made throughout the game at this point. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.